I know that many of you bought the clickbait during the summer sales, and I know that many of you haven't been doing very well in it. A lot of people seem to think that the clickbait is a bad vehicle, and I'm here to tell you that it is not. In fact, it's better than the XM1, and in my opinion better than the 10.3 Abrams. I'm your fairly average top tier player who grinded to top tier before buying the clickbait, and I have a better KD in it than any other vehicle of mine above 8.0. However, it is annoying to play, for one reason and one reason only. It is the most popular top tier premium by far, in part because of the recent sales, and in part because it is a US tank. Because of this, far too many inexperienced people take it out, bringing my top tier US win rate to a tragic 25%. If you did buy the clickbait and you've been performing poorly in your games, don't worry, I can help you. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros: the clickbait has great gun handling, good depression, great penetration, great reload, and good mobility. It also has a proxy fuse heat round that can occasionally work against helicopters within about 1 kilometer. Cons: you only have Gen 1 thermals, but I would say that isn't a big deal because I would recommend you very rarely use thermals anyway. Thermals make it harder to differentiate targets as well as look for weak spots. They should only ever be used to scan the horizon for enemies on long-range maps. Now we get to the armor. I would say the armor is not really a con because from the front, about 40 to 50% of your tank is protected, and most of the time it takes enemies 2 or 3 shots to kill you, even if they do penetrate your armor. However, I would say that the Abrams has less armor than the Leos and T-Series tanks you'll be fighting, and that you can't really rely on your armor, even when you're hull down. Now we move on to some tips for you Abrams players. Your mobility is good, and when you first get your Abrams, you might be tempted to use that mobility to push to forward positions. This isn't a terrible idea, but you can't treat the Abrams like the M18 or even the XM1. The Abrams does have good mobility, but so does basically every other top tier MBT. Also, because you're playing America, your team will fall apart within the first 3 minutes of the match, and you will find yourself overwhelmed by enemy tanks. This means you have to be a little more cautious in the Abrams than most other top tier MBTs. Finding a decent spot with good sightlines and patiently waiting will net you far more kills than pushing the enemy team. You always have to be on defense with the Abrams. Fortunately, the Abrams is one of the best possible tanks to use against large enemy forces because of the amazing 5-second aced reload. You can often get multiple tanks in a very short time because they underestimate your reload speed. The biggest thing I can stress with the clickbait is patience and understanding where to hold your ground. Recognizing good spots on the map and understanding when to stop pushing is far more important than reaction time or aim. It's kind of similar to top tier jets. Player skill is far less important than good positioning. A lot of this just takes time, but I can recommend some methods to speed up your map understanding. Give yourself a goal every match to live for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter how many kills you get, just try to survive, and you will naturally start to get more kills. Another tip: if you are struggling to kill enemies you are coming across, just shoot for the lower front plate. It is by far the easiest place to kill every top tier MBT. Never shoot for the turret. You can shoot near the gun on most tanks to take out the cannon breach, but I find this much more difficult to hit. Now let's talk about your crew skills. The most important 2 skills you can get with the Abrams are weapon reloading and targeting. Weapon reloading is self-explanatory, and targeting increases your horizontal and vertical traverse speed. I would upgrade them both at the same pace until they are maxed, then I would move on to tank driving. Then I would invest in field repair and agility equally, followed by vitality. After that, you can basically get whatever you want, but I would recommend never investing in keen vision unless you use the clickbait a lot in ground arcade battles. As for ammo, you can safely take 35 rounds behind your blowout panels, but I generally take around 28, 22 of which are the Saber round and 6 of which are the anti-helicopter heat round. A lot of you might still be a bit confused about where to go on certain maps to get as many kills as possible. I can't give tips on every single map, but I can show you what I look for. Alright, let's talk about this map for a second. Both teams spawn on top of hills with several good spots for sniping. On maps like these, you have to be very cognizant of where people might be sniping from so that you know to keep cover between you and them. Sometimes, in order for you to understand where to go on maps, you have to die several times. But please, please, whatever you do, do not keep going the same exact path if you die there every time. You have to try your best to learn from each and every death. 99% of the time, there was a decision that you made that got you killed. If you don't have any idea where to go, look at the top scorer on each team in a replay and watch what they do. Here's an example match on that map. Now on this map, there are several good sniping positions around here and around here. I generally don't like to snipe from the back of the map, so I go through the river here to try to flank people. Alright. We just got shot from all the way over. Oh, hey dude. Okay. You see what I mean about the enemy team rushing you so quickly? We've got this guy. How did he hit our breach? I don't know. We're going to try to repair right here under smoke. Okay, he just fired. Nice, we got him. I want to try to flank them through the river. Definitely someone in C right now. They could be watching us. I'm going to be careful around this corner. Oh, I saw that guy. Saw that guy too. Driver gunner is perfect. He'll get his commander up, but we don't have that. Why do we not have that shot? Okay, we got him. I'm gonna sit right here and wait for people to come around. I hear someone coming right over to my left here. Got his driver, and that's it. Very unfortunate shot, but I should be able to reload. Nice. Someone behind me. Over here. Nice, got him. Barely hurt him in time. Someone else behind that guy. Nice, got him as well. And now, if I had capped C, all of those people would have known someone was around, and they would have been more aware and ready for me, you know? Still someone to my left over here. Right here. Got him. Light tank over here. Also, yeah, MBT right there, that's unfortunate. We're kind of close to a nuke, so I'll go on with the M1A1. But look at this. Look at these teams, man. I know I didn't do the best job of describing where I went, but hopefully you can see. You want to be really careful not to give away your position. If I had more of a team supporting me, I would have taken C, but as I was basically the only guy alive, there was practically no chance I could really keep it, you know? Someone would have known where I was. Some of those Leopards or T-Series tanks would have been more aware of me, and they would have shot me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found some of the tips helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.